Let's stop watch first. Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Grab a Cuppa, the Active Mums podcast. I'm here today with Jasmine from Moving Mums. I'm really excited to talk to you today. So if you want to just start with telling us a bit about you, for anyone that's not seen anything or knows who you are.
Yeah, so my name's Jasmine, as you said, and there's two parts of my business really. So there's the Jasmine Louise Dance and Fitness side, and there's the Moving Mum side, which came a little bit after when I became a mum. So I have got how old is she? 3-year-old, a 3-year-old girl at the moment, and I'm pregnant 31 weeks with number 2. So I started my business like 5 years ago. Before I was a mum, I started with a Zumba class. So I've always been into fitness like my whole life. Well, I've been into dance, should I say. That's where it started. And then I slowly got into fitness like early 20s. Set up a Zumba class 5 years ago after and ahhing about it for a long time. Did that, which was a really small class, just straight after lockdown, basically, on a Thursday night. About 14 people, like social distancing. And then I realised you kind of get the bug after that. So I realised, like, oh, this is really fun. I really like this. So after that, quite soon after, I did my exercise to music qualifications, set up another class in counter thought, and then after that, just did like a million qualifications really to do as many classes as I could, some of which I do now, some of which I've like swapped and changed, but I've ended up teaching evening classes for 5 years now with a big community of women, which has been amazing. So I started with just doing like basically women's beginner kind of fitness, because I really like giving people the opportunity to love movement no matter where they come from. So not necessarily like really advanced levels of fitness. It can be someone that's never exercised before come to my classes. So I really liked that side of it and making it really inclusive. And then I got pregnant with my daughter, and I didn't really, at that point, I kind of felt a bit lost with pregnancy fitness, which I don't feel like that this time, which is really nice. But it was kind of, I felt a bit scared, even though I was a fitness instructor, of how to move. And I even like remember asking the doctor and the midwife, like, what's recommended? And they were like, just like they couldn't give me any advice. So I thought, hang on a minute, like, I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't really know what's safe for me. There's not a lot of guidance out there. So I decided to do a pre and postnatal qualification. I qualified just after when she was like 3 months, I think. So I did that all while I was on maternity leave, which I really enjoyed doing. It gave me a good focus. And then I basically set up my classes, I think when she was like 8 months old, Moving Mums classes. And I think it really helped that I had been through it myself, and I'd been through the recovery of birth and things like that. And I'd seen the challenges. And we started that in January 24, I think, doing Moving Mums, and then that was a really, really good year. I met loads of mums. Like, we made a really big community. We did lots of walks, and then it just built from there really. So then after that, a lot of the mums ended up coming to my evening classes, and it kind of just like rolls into one now. So although there's two sides of the business, they kind of go hand in hand.
You've got two sides, because they can come to you before, during, after, and then once little ones are older and they may or may not get some evening time back.
Yes, definitely. So there's lots of different things that I do now, and then I've recently added on personal training sessions as well, which is something I wanted to do for a long time. Again, it's just finding the time, isn't it, as a mum, when you're working and doing everything else. So I managed, I think it took me about 1.5 years, and I've just started those sessions in April, and I've really loved that as well, working on more of a smaller basis with personal basis with women, because you can really tailor the sessions to them, and that's been really nice as well to add that in as well. So I'm just basically very passionate about movement, making people feel good within themselves, body image, like positive body image, realistic routines, so nothing too crazy, and just feeling good basically, and positive about movement.
I think you've got to be realistic, especially when you're pregnant and you become a mum, about what you can and what not necessarily you can't, from you must not do that, but physically, if you're exhausted,
definitely,
especially first time you're going through it. If the second time you're going to have a toddler, maybe slightly older.
It's a whole nother ballgame.
It's a whole other learning curve. Like
is.
you think, oh, I've done this once.
It's totally
and
different.
It's going to be fine. I know what's coming, and then it's totally different.
Yes, exactly.
Why is movement so important to you?
To me, it always started for me as more of a mental thing rather than a physical aesthetic thing. I think that comes as a bonus for me, like how you look. But I think really for me, it's how it makes you feel inside. So yes, it gives you the endorphins, but also it just makes you feel more confident in your body. And after a workout, you're always going to feel better. Especially like group exercise. That's always been my passion. I think working out around other people, it just makes you feel good and motivated. And that's a big thing I try and bring out in my classes. Like, even if I've had people come before that are like, I really hate exercise, like I'm not going to like this, and I'm like, you will. And they do end up getting a bit of an exercise bug, because working out around other people with the music on, doing stuff that's actually good for your body and fun, they do end up liking it. Like, they do, even if they really hate exercise before, like they'll like it a little bit after maybe.
I mean, until I started doing exercise, I used to get my mum to write me notes to get out of PE. I was that
to
kid.
be honest, I did that as well, which really surprises me now.
You would not have thought me growing up I would work in physical activity
I'm the
or
same.
movement or mental well-being, anything like that, because I used to write. But then it's, as a mum, it's really important to have that time for yourself, isn't it? Even if it's just half an hour, or even like getting out for the walks, not necessarily structured exercise in a class, but getting out for that walk and getting that, although the baby's with you or the child and you're looking after them, you've got that time to speak to another adult, because motherhood is can be quite lonely. You can be surrounded by people and still feel quite lonely because there's no one sort of in it at the same time as you. Have you found that with the walks?
Absolutely. So I think and I think in pregnancy as well, to be honest, both pregnancy and motherhood, you can feel, even though you're surrounded by people, as you said, and even though you're with someone all the time, like your baby, you can feel quite lonely and different to your other friends maybe around. You don't usually have lots of friends in exactly the same stage as you, and lots of family members in the same stage, so it can often feel quite isolating. So I've found with the walks, that's a really nice way that I've been leading for a few years, for mums to meet each other. You can talk about things you've got in common. You can give each other tips, and we've found that during this pregnancy, I've set up some pregnancy exercise classes.
I'll ask you about that.
And that's so that's called Moving Mums to Be, and I've found that's been really useful, because I think pregnancy can be really isolating as well, because although most of the time you're feeling super happy and grateful, you kind of feel like everyone else can get on with their life normally and you can't. So creating something where pregnant women can come together and just chat about it, chat about the different symptoms, chat about worries, fears, excitements, treatments you have done, everything. It really it makes you feel a bit better about the situation that you're in.
It gives you that mental boost as well, doesn't it? Because you almost need that sounding board of other people that are sort of at the same stage you are of, is this normal, or should I be worried about this? Or, what can I do with here? Has anyone found this? And a lot of the time, mums, when they're pregnant, are still working, especially if it's their first pregnancy. And then, like you say, there's no one else around them that's pregnant, so they're on their own, and then they go home. So with your pregnancy classes, just talk me a bit through those, like how do they work? Do they get together, or is it just the class?
So it's not just a class, as none of my classes are really. I try to add a social bit into every class, really.
I honestly always see your socials and I'm like, you are Superwoman. I don't know when you've got time.
Well, I think I try and add on a bit of a social for every class that I do, in a way, because I think unless you organise it, you might not naturally organise that within just seeing someone at a class. You sometimes need the bit of organisation to put it together. And then they end up making friends, and it's really nice. So pregnancy classes, we've run them on Mondays. They've only just started in the last couple of months, so kind of have a different theme each week. So it might be just a general strengthening class. It might be a bit of a lower body and glutes class. It might be we did a pelvic floor week. So every week is slightly different, but all the exercises are adaptable. So I've had people come that have, for example, pelvic girdle pain. They can't do single leg exercises. They can't do the lunges. So I'll put something else in there. So it's very adaptable.
Yes.
You can take a seat out if you need to. You can take it completely your own pace. You can do low impact. You can do high impact. So it's really adaptable because, as we know, in pregnancy, things crop up where you suddenly might not be able to do that exercise anymore. So it's very adaptable. And then at the end of the class, so it just doesn't end at the end of the class, we sit down in a circle and we chat about something. So it's a different topic. It might be just a general chat, like introduce yourself, how are you feeling symptom wise. I've had visitors come as well and just do a little chat. So we had a lady come and talk about hypnobirthing, and I've got some more lined up for future classes. So it depends really on the week what it is. And then we've had a couple of socials as well. Well, we've literally just gone out for a meal and talked all things pregnancy, which is really nice. And I think the mums have really benefited from that. And they've like, when we have a group chat as well, where anyone can ask any questions, like, has anyone had this scan done, or has anyone experienced this? And that's really helpful.
That's amazing, because obviously we've got the walks and postnatal classes and things like that, but for mums to be able to make those connections before they've even got to birth is amazing, and it's really needed as well. Certainly when I had my kids, there was nothing, not really, there wasn't, I'll talk in 10 years ago, but there wasn't really anything. I managed to have some hydrotherapy through physio because I had pelvic girdle pain, which was horrendous. But apart from that, and some antenatal classes, there wasn't really much in terms of exercise and things like that.
No, and that's why I created it as well, because there's not actually a lot out there for pregnant ladies.
And how have you found moving in both pregnancies?
So they've both been completely different stories. Well, they're both quite similar to a certain point. My first pregnancy, as I said, I was a bit more cautious probably, but I managed to keep on teaching classes till 37 weeks pregnant, which was amazing, really, looking back. And I was like dancing and everything, and I worked out till the day before I went into labour. So I worked out every single day until I went into labour, all safely, all prenatal safe. But I felt really good, to be honest. Had not really many aches and pains, so that was good. And then this time, I had a lot more kind of like general tiredness, but I think that's maybe just having a toddler as well, and running a business because I do a lot more instructing now than I did in my first one. So I think my body was probably just generally more tired. So I could relate a lot more to people saying like, I feel a bit rubbish in pregnancy, because I never really felt like that first time. So I was doing really well. I kept on running. I ran a 10K at 23 weeks, I think, which was hard, but really, really good. And I was thinking, I'm going to keep on running till the end of pregnancy. And then unfortunately, just I think it was at 27 weeks, I just did something to my back unexpectedly. It just came out of the blue, and I've not really been able to exercise since. So I was put in hospital for that. It was a disc problem on my back. So that has taught me lots of lessons about injuries, pregnancy, how to keep feeling good mentally, because I didn't expect that to happen. And I think it's been very challenging mentally to get through that from someone that has been always an advocate for keep moving, exercise when you can, go for walks, as I've not even been able to go for walks since I've done that. So now my exercise routine is very different, but I'm still managing to keep moving in my own way. So like you said, with your physio and your pregnancy, I've been doing physio exercises. So I'm using like the pregnancy ball a lot, working on my breathing, which is really important in pregnancy, obviously. Pelvic floor, doing really simple spine mobility exercises, basically. So I've gone from running like a 10K to doing literally like some pelvic tilts on a ball, but I've adapted, and I think that's really important in pregnancy, to be able to just adapt and take on what you have, the challenges, take on the challenges.
Yeah, absolutely, and keep going, because I imagine that was really quite scary when it first happened.
It was.
I remember talking to you when it first happened. Even I was a bit like, oh gosh.
It was really scary. And I think that your main worry when something goes wrong in your body in pregnancy is always the baby. So that was my main concern. So I did go to MAU. So I'd always say to people, like, if they have any concerns with their body or their baby, just go there. And they were brilliant there. But then it came out anyway after a lot of tests and MRI and stuff that it was actually just my back. But it wasn't anything that caused it. It's not like exercise caused it. I was doing everything safely. It was just one of those things that happen, and it just takes you out the blue, doesn't it? So it can things like this can happen to anybody.
Because you weren't even exercising at the time it happened. No. Yeah, I remember you sending me the message. And how have you kept going, sort of, obviously after the initial, once you found out, okay, that's what it was, everything's safe, everything's all right. Mentally, how have you then?
I've just had to slowly build myself up, and I think as a person, I always try. I try and be positive. I'm one of those people that always looks on the bright side. Probably sometimes a little bit too much, where I don't let myself be sad. So I have let myself be sad. I have let myself be fed up, but
because that's important as well.
Yeah, it is. It's just to
acknowledge the feelings and go, yeah, do you know what? It's okay for me to feel a bit rubbish about this today.
But keeping myself motivated really has been motivating by customers in my business. So I've done some online challenges. I've kept doing my PT stuff. So that's really kept me going mentally, because I know I'm helping other people to move. We went out for like a social with my pregnancy class. So I've kept socializing and connection. I think that's really important when you can't leave the house as much. And I've kept my body moving even in the smallest ways. So like I said, doing my pregnancy ball exercises, that still makes me feel good. Not as good, obviously, as going out on a walk or whatever. And I'm just slowly building it up at a time, and I'm just listening to my body. And I think in pregnancy and postnatally, and always, but especially in those times, you've really got to listen to your body and not push through pain. You've really got to think about what's right for you at that time. And I think in pregnancy and after delivery, all kinds of things can crop up that you might not be expecting. Like I have so many mums that come to me with things like sciatica, pelvic girdle pain, after birth, knee problems, you know, wrists, thumbs, everything. Like there's so many things pregnancy can throw at you. And I think you don't appreciate till you're in it how wild that can be, even if you were fit and active before. So I think you just really need to work with your body and know that you will get stronger after. Because I know I will get back to where I was, because you know, you see people when they come to you straight after having their babies, and the way they are in 6 months, it's amazing.
It's so, you see that progression.
It's so good if you actually just put that time and effort in to move your body safely. So I know I will get there. It's just a bit of a weird time, because it's happened to me before I've had my baby. So I've kind of gone like backwards, and then I've got to even build up again.
And you've got
after.
And for anyone that's maybe just had their baby and watching this, what's your like top tips for whether they've moved before or not moved before? What would you say are your top tips in that scenario?
Definitely. So I think your strongest time, whether you've exercised never or whether you exercised loads before, I think your strongest and healthiest time can come after babies. And I think it's a really good time to start afresh, like whatever situation you were in before, because it's kind of like a new you and a new life. And I felt like that after my first, actually. So you can make yourself, you know, new targets, new goals. And I would say just go slow. So don't go crazy in on it at first. I know some people, there's so much out there on the internet, and it really winds me up. You got, you know, things like TikTok. Someone's like, oh, I've just done my first run at 5 weeks postpartum. And you look, and people are commenting on it saying that's amazing. They're running with a buggy at 5 weeks postpartum. You shouldn't be doing that. So listening to your body, go slow. See a women's health physio for like a mummy MOT kind of thing. I've already booked mine this time round, because I know I didn't first time round, but I've booked mine in with Hannah. I think you spoke to her.
We've spoken
had to pre-book many months in advance, so I've got mine booked in. So if you can afford it, see a women's health physio or save up for it, because they will be able to fully tell you what's going on with your body. Do your pelvic floor exercises from pregnancy and beyond, and just know that it takes time, but you will get stronger. So doing things like core rehab, pelvic floor, go with that first, and then slowly build it up, and it will come back. It will, or you can create it, whatever you've not had before. You can kind of create a new you, I think, after pregnancy, and you can really get yourself into fitness, enjoying it and feeling good. And I think it can really help your postnatal recovery as well, just to give you that purpose, to make you feel good. And it gets you socializing as well if you come to classes and things like that. So my foundations class that I have been running really focuses on more the simple foundations of recovery, which I'm going to need so much after I've had this baby. I'm really going to need that. So doing a class like that where it's focusing on pelvic floor, core, things like that, and then slowly building it up over time.
I think that's the main thing, isn't it? It's slowly building up and not trying to block out that noise that you're seeing on social media about all these mums
at the minute.
Bounce back, eat like nothing, fresh air, and you'll be back in your jeans. And it's not about that, because like you say, it's a new you, and now you're caring for another human, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, depending on how many you've had. And you're doing it for yourself, because you can't fill from an empty cup.
Definitely. And I think, the internet at the minute, my algorithm is awful with it, because obviously I'm into fitness, I'm pregnant and I have a toddler. But there's so much pressure out there about and even about strength and stuff, like lifting weights and stuff, and the how heavy these weights are that some of these women are lifting, and it's not realistic.
No.
So you need to work with your body and know that you've just done an amazing thing by having a baby. Give yourself a bit of slack and appreciate what your body's doing. And try not to compare yourself to anyone else.
And set yourself a goal, but be flexible.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely be flexible. I found that even now, my kids are a bit older, I'm like, I want to, do 3 strength training sessions a week, but sometimes life doesn't allow that.
Sometimes you get no sleep.
They've got after school clubs. They've had a bad night's sleep. They've, you've got this meeting, that meeting, and you don't get time. So it's also trying to get out of that all or nothing mentality, I think, as well, which is really fed by social media as well. I think you've got to be on it. That's just not realistic with having children and babies and things in life.
Illnesses take over, things like that. But even getting out for a walk is better than nothing. In the morning, get out for a 20-30 minute walk. That's movement. It's brilliant.
And if you join one of the Active Mums walks, your walk,
definitely,
you don't even notice you're doing the movement because you're so engrossed in the conversation, because that's mentally filling you up that actually you don't even notice the movement. Before you know it, you've done half an hour, 45 minutes, sometimes even an hour, and oh right, okay, coffee and cake time. That's my favourite bit.
Funnily enough, your first ever walk that you ran, I came on when my daughter was 6 weeks. And actually I met a couple of friends on that walk. I think 3 of my mum friends now are all from those original walks, which is just amazing that you can stay friends with them just from literally seeing someone on a walk. And I went to those walks on my own. Didn't know anyone. So it can be nerve-wracking going to those kind of things on your own, but everyone's so friendly, and I ended up staying friends with quite a few of the people.
I do remember the first few walks and the faces and the groups, and then it kind of, you swap numbers, don't you? Because you come a couple of times. It's not always within your comfort zone that you meet people for the first time and go, can I have your number? Because realistically, as an adult, when are you going to make new friends? And it's just, you feel a bit out of your depths, don't you? But now I see a few that were on those walks, and now they're having second babies or maybe even third.
We've had that with my pregnancy classes. There's mums there that came to my first lot of walks or classes, and now we're on baby number 2. So it all comes back around.
It's amazing.
So it's definitely worth coming to classes and walks just to make those connections, and even just get a friendly face. You might see them 6 months later at another class and be like, oh, there you go, you know someone.
Because sometimes, like you said, it can be daunting walking into a class, and if you've met that person before at another class or a baby group or something like that, it's just you can kind of breathe a little bit easier, can't you, to be able to meet people. So if people wanted to come to your classes, where do they find out about them? How can they find you? And maybe won't make you go through the list of everything you've got at the minute.
No, I have a lot of different things, but one of the best places to look is on social media, so you can either go to Instagram or Facebook. Most of the people message me. Instagram's kind of the biggest place, isn't it, now for mums and stuff. So if you go to Instagram, and you can follow Moving Mums or Jasmine Louise Dance and Fitness, or both. They run alongside, side by side, and then we're also on the Active Mums website as well, obviously. There's going to be a lot of different things going on in the next few months, because I'm kind of going into round 2 of babies. So I'm going back to where I was at the very beginning. So over the summer I am going to be running a couple of buggy fitness classes again, because I do that every summer, so some outdoor fitness. So that's the next thing on the horizon.
I always love seeing them classes.
Yeah, I can't wait to get those up and running again. So that's going to be in the next couple of weeks. That's my next plan. And then once my baby is here, there is going to be a foundations class for brand new mums, and then regular moving mums classes will come back as well. And I've also got all my pregnancy bits on right now, which is something, if you're pregnant, I think it's really just reach out and just, even if you're feeling nervous, even if you've got any, you know, back things, pelvic things going on, just message me. I can try and give you some advice. So yeah, Instagram's the main place you can find me. And there's loads of stuff going on over the next few months. I've got PT, different classes. So yeah, it's an exciting time because there's a lot going on right now, in a good and a bad way. But I am really excited to get back to everything, especially when baby's here as well. And
will you be taking a little bit of time off?
Yeah, I'll take a few weeks. Not much. I'll take, well, you know what? I will be taking the minimum 6 weeks, because I think that's another one of my things as well. Please don't try and go to any classes before you're 6 weeks, and, you know, take it easy. Walks, if you're able to walk. But I will be taking the 6 weeks off to recover physically from delivery. Well, minimum 6 weeks. But again, you don't know what it's going to be thrown at you, do you? And then I'll be safely coming back to exercise after that, once I've seen my women's health physio. So I'll do it all properly. But in the meantime, I'm always active on socials, and I run like online things so people can get involved in different ways. But yeah, as soon as baby's here, we'll have everything back up and running properly. But outdoor fitness is going to be the next little journey for the next few weeks, so that'll be fun.
No more rain.
I know. Originally I was going to start them this morning, but I ended up postponing it for a couple of days. I thought that's good because it's chucking down rain. But it doesn't matter, we still do it in the rain. I've done it many times in the rain, in a raincoat, and your baby just has the rain cover on and it's fine.
I think sometimes it's more important just to get out
than,
it's
you know what,
exercise
in the rain is actually
mentally, I've made that plan. I am going out. We're going out. We're getting out this house.
Walking in the rain.
We cannot stay in this house any longer together. Let's just get out. I've done that many times. Right.
I hate staying in.
I found it quite difficult the first time around to get out within the first few months, but with the second one, I had a 2-year-old in tow. We were out the door. Wellies, coats, off we go. Toddlers
staying in the house all day is I hate doing it. When I couldn't drive a few weeks ago, I was really like, oh, I can't be in this house any longer.
Is Mila excited about new?
She is so excited. Yes. I'm thinking that it will have some challenges, you know, having a toddler and a baby, in terms of behavior and everything like that, but she is really excited. So that's the main thing I'm looking forward to, seeing her reaction.
Is she practicing with her own babies?
Oh yeah, she's got loads. She's got like 10 babies.
Has them all lined up. And nappies, feeding them all.
I do know it'll come with its own challenges though. Sometimes I think, how do you look after 2 of these at the same time?
You find a way. Honestly, you'll find a way. You'll grow an extra pair of eyes in the back of your head on top of the other ones that you already have. 3 pairs of arms, you just do. As mums, we always just
you just adapt, don't you?
You just find a way through. I'm really excited to meet little ones.
Yes, I am.
Thank you so much for talking to me today.
Thank you.
I'm really excited to see everything that's coming in the future for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Join us